You spend weeks mastering variables and loops, writing logic in the terminal, and watching your first scripts come to life. It feels like you're finally cracking the code. But then you hit a wall. You realize that typing a simple print command doesn't magically spawn a slick mobile app or a live website. Your logic works perfectly, but there is no visual interface for anyone to actually interact with. The standard industry advice is to pivot completely. You are told to abandon Python and learn a massive secondary language to build an interface. This document from our research shows the exact reality. Even if you switch to JavaScript hoping to build a downloadable mobile app, you are still forced to learn heavy, complex frameworks like React Native. You end up spending your time wrestling with proprietary layout syntax instead of actually building software. No single programming language builds absolutely everything natively out of the box. Web browsers speak HTML and JavaScript, and operating systems have their own specific windowing engines. Python's strength lies in acting as the glue language. It connects heavy, complex background processes to simple, readable text. Mastering modern software development does not require learning a dozen different languages and layout structures. You can use Python strategically to bypass those secondary languages entirely. To get to that point, you have to cross the most frustrating phase of programming, the transition from beginner to intermediate. Before you build fully realized software, you have to master a specific set of competencies directly in your terminal. First is data mastery. You must be completely comfortable extracting data from massive nested lists and dictionaries. Right alongside that is error handling. You need to use try and except blocks so that when your program encounters corrupted real-world data, it fails gracefully with an error message instead of crashing the entire system. You also need to write clean functions. This requires taking messy inputs, using elements like kwargs or keyword arguments, and processing them into clean, predictable outputs. Finally, you face object-oriented programming. Every modern graphical interface is built on this logic. You need to know how to write a class, which acts as a reusable blueprint, allowing you to stamp out multiple unique objects from a single template without rewriting code. This outlines the litmus test for moving on. You need to successfully write a pure command-line interface application. If you can build a tool that takes user input, saves it to a file, reads it back, and organizes that logic using a class, all inside the black terminal window, your base is officially strong enough. A user interface framework does not invent logic. It simply provides a visual wrapper to display the backend math and routing you already built. Solidifying these core pillars in the terminal is the exact prerequisite for wrapping them in a graphical layer. Once your logic works in the terminal, you can step out of the sandbox and use advanced frameworks. These tools let you build out the graphical layer without touching another programming language. If you want to build cross-platform mobile and desktop applications, look at Flet. Instead of forcing you to learn Dart, Flet acts as a real-time translator. You structure your UI elements directly inside Python, and the framework instantly hands those instructions to a precompiled Flutter engine running under the hood to paint the actual application. For full-stack web development, you use Reflex. You write both your front-end user interface and your back-end logic in pure Python. Reflex silently compiles all of it into a high-performance React web application, letting you bypass JavaScript. Looking at the third option in this document, Streamlit is the industry standard for AI and data applications. It eliminates manual front-end layout design entirely. You simply tell Python to put a slider here and the AI model output there, and it generates an interactive, web-accessible interface instantly. These translator tools provide the necessary bridge to the interface. By using them, you maintain a completely pure Python backend, and the framework handles all the complex UI rendering on the front end automatically. When we zoom out and look at the macro-level architecture of modern software, we see how deep logic engines connect to the sleek, user-facing interfaces. High-performance computing reveals an interesting truth. Python is actually too slow to execute heavy machine learning on its own. The intense mathematical lifting inside AI libraries like PyTorch is actually performed by highly optimized C and C++ engines. This excerpt explains how Python acts as a highly readable steering wheel. You use native tools to trigger underlying C code. Python handles the simple user routing, and C handles the heavy physics and math calculations instantly in the background. This creates the complete strategy outlined here. The brain is written in C for raw velocity. The glue is pure Python, managing the logic and calling the C code, and the face uses frameworks like Flet or Reflex to render the user interface. Managing all these intersecting languages with older tools frequently leads to broken environments and dependency errors. To keep this stack stable, developers use modern Rust-based package managers like UV to resolve dependencies smoothly without locking up the terminal. The Python ecosystem provides the architectural path for conquering modern AI and software engineering. Sticking with these tools allows you to maintain the heavy lifting power of machine learning while deploying native-feeling apps and sites.